Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Summer, and today I thought I would go through my journal. Yeah, my journal. Some dark thoughts in there. I'm just kidding. Not really. But I feel like I have learned so much throughout my life, and I've learned through so many mistakes, and I kind of want to just share what I've learned, and maybe it can help some people. Um, all right, let's go. Most of these revolutions that I went through, um, were caused by a severe low in my life. I had like a breakup situation. Um, it turned out fine, but I learned and grew so much from that experience. Like just losing someone and oh yeah, it was a low for me, but it ended up helping me to get to my high. um, but yeah. So let's see. Oh my, where is it? Okay. I don't know what I should read. I don't want to read everything, obviously, because that's like some things should be private. But okay. I wrote a lot. I did a lot of research and self searching, soul searching, you could say. Um, Mostly pertaining to relationships, but that's just because that's what I was going through. Okay, I have here things to work on in relationships. Okay, number one, boundaries. Addressing codependency or people pleasing tendencies. Yeah, that was a big one. You can't, yeah, um, you need to be your own person in a relationship or else it's not gonna work. It's not yeah, I say work on building a stronger independent identity, setting firm personal boundaries, and learning to tolerate. Okay, wait, hold on. Okay, work on building a stronger independent identity, setting firm personal boundaries. Yes, personal boundaries, everyone. Personal boundaries, that was a big issue in my relationship. Like, you need to have boundaries. You need to have boundaries for yourself. Like, if you don't like something, speak it. Don't just hold it in and expect them to know and change, you know? You have to communication. Oh my god, communication is the biggest thing in relationships, I think. If you can't communicate, like you're not nothing's going to progress. Nothing's going to progress. Um so yeah, but like communicating, like it took me a little bit to learn how to do it because I grew up in a family where communication didn't happen. I didn't really have that that role model. Um, so I had to kind of learn that on my own through my own mistakes, and it was a big mistake I made. Um, but it made I am so grateful, honestly. I'm like rambling. I'm like not even making sense. I feel like, but I have so much to say, but I'm like, okay, let me read this. Hold on. Okay, wait, this one. And learning to tolerate a partner's discomfort without trying to fix it. Yes, yes. You need to be able to tolerate someone else's discomfort without trying to fix it because you can't. You can't fix it. That's their problem, their thing to work on, you know? Like, you can't always fix everything. Yeah, you just can't have that mindset. Um, yeah. Trust slash security. Um, ooh, attachment styles. Y'all know about attachment styles? See, I never knew any of this before the relationship I'm in right now because this is my first relationship, which is crazy. So I never really like figured anything out. So that's why it was such a struggle at first being in a relationship. but I feel like I've learned so much. So much. When you lack trust, you fail to set boundaries in fear of abandonment. When you lack boundaries, you lose your sense of self and then breeding resentment. Holy, that like read me to a T. Like, it's insane. So it's important to trust the person you're with, I guess. Because if you don't have that trust, you're not going to feel safe in the relationship. You're not. Um, yeah, failing to set boundaries in fear of abandonment. Ah. Yeah. Um, but I've definitely improved with that, setting boundaries. I feel like I know myself more now. Because another thing I dove into in this spiral um, was like my childhood trauma. Because that's a big thing. And I didn't even know like a lot of it, but I just like really dug deep and like let that shit out and like thought about it and stopped pushing it down, I guess. I don't know, it just like I feel like I'm reborn. Like actually, that's crazy cuz like it sounds corny, like you need to find yourself. The soul searching. But like once you know yourself, life becomes so much easier and you just understand yourself way better and you can, change things in your life that were not working before and you can start to change for the better and be more like kind to yourself because like once you know trauma you've been through and how it's affected you in your adult life, like it makes you forgive yourself for a lot of things because it's it's okay to make mistakes. We all make mistakes. Mistakes are part of us. We're human. And you can't hold yourself down with what am I saying? You can't be hard on yourself for the mistakes you've made. As long as you're learning from your mistakes and self reflecting, then that's all that matters. People make mistakes. People make mistakes. I think I have some good quotes in here actually. Ooh, another thing I struggled with. Um, you can't control other people and you can't change what you can't see. Yeah, you can't change what you can't see. Stop making shit up in your head. Like, oh, this person didn't text me back right away. They hate me. They're fucking someone else. They're cheating. No. What you have to think of what is fact and what is assumption. Cuz assumption just leads to freaking spiraling and that's not good for you. That's not good for you. You need real hard solid evidence if you're going to spiral. And that's another thing, communication. Yeah, that goes with it. If you just communicate that feeling, if you get a feeling like, oh, I didn't like that or I feel weird about that, just ask them about it. They're going to be like, it didn't mean anything. Like, I was just busy. Like, I had something to do. So that's why communication is key because I struggled with that. Just like, yeah, making shit up in my head and then resenting them for it, even though you didn't communicate that at all or voice that you didn't like something. So, like, how are they supposed to know to change, right? Yeah. I also had some like steps here to stop myself before spiraling. Ask yourself these questions. What's triggering me? What's fact and what's assumption? What's my brain telling me? I don't know. And then this little chart, it goes anxiety, assumptions, resentment. Yeah, yeah, that's how it goes. Um, learn to voice vulnerability instead of accusation. That's a good one. That's a good one. Let's see. Oh, this is something about avoidant attachment. Avoidants don't fear relationships, they fear dependency. The moment they realize you truly matter, that your mood can influence theirs, and that losing you would hurt, it feels like a threat to independence and they pull away. Yeah, I did that. I did that. Yeah, that's a good one. Um, yeah, fearing dependency. Yeah, because I feel like for me personally, my independence is really important to me because I have been single for like my whole life, basically. So I've learned to like be comfortable with myself and love my alone time, you know? And once I got into a relationship, I kind of lost that. I lost my sense of self because I was people pleasing and just doing anything so they won't leave me or stuff like that. And that just made me lose myself and it made me scared and uncomfortable because I was like, I feel trapped, you know? I feel trapped in this relationship. Um, that's avoidance. Here's another quote. Never assume unless stated. 3 exclamation points. Stop giving meaning to everything when it could be one-sided. Exactly. Exactly. Here's another quote thing. I was trying to make myself feel better with like I don't know, like happy quotes. Okay. Maybe losing each other was the lesson because we didn't fully understand what we were holding. We were trying to figure ourselves out while also figuring out each other. Yeah. I was like, that's why. That's why. It wasn't any deeper reason. This. It didn't break because it wasn't real. It broke because it wasn't ready. Hell yeah, it wasn't ready. Now it is. We grown. We grown now. Ooh, forgive yourself. You're not the same you're not the same person who made those mistakes. You have put in the effort to grow. Exactly. If you're putting in the effort to grow, you need to forgive yourself. You need to forgive yourself. I think that's it. I think that's all of the things. I don't know, it's a lot. It's a lot in there. um yeah, but I just feel so grateful for things that have happened to me because they shaped me into the person I am today. You know, I wouldn't be the person I am today without all the mistakes I made, everything I went through. I wouldn't be the same person. And I'm just grateful because I feel like I've finally reached a point where I'm happy with myself and my life. And I'm excited for life. Um, yeah, I don't know. Do some soul searching, guys. Um, I can't really tell you how. It just happens. I don't know, it just happens at some point in your life. And it's going to keep happening. Like things are going to keep happening and you're going to keep growing. And if you're not growing, what are you doing? With every mistake you make, turn to yourself and think about your decisions and self-reflect in that mistake that you made. What could I do better? What did I do wrong? Like stuff like that. And just understand it so you can change in the future. Um, but yeah, that's some of my thoughts. I don't know if any of that made sense. I was just rambling. But yeah, maybe I'll do a part 2 to this. Like relationships. I feel like that's a big thing. A big thing. But yeah, I enjoyed this video. It's a little short one. It's nice to be outside. I also got this mic. It's new. I just thought the audio kind of sucks. I was like, I got a camera, my phone camera, but it's pretty good. I mean, it's decent. But I was like, the sound's not really great, so I got this little thing. Isn't that so cute? I love it. And Leo has been sitting next to me this whole time. Here you are, cutie. But yeah, I think that's it. I hope you guys have a great day. Sweet dreams. And I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.